Neal, frustrating one that for you. Loads of possession. Just was it not enough in that final third?
Yeah, I think that's a good summation. I thought we'd come away from home. The intent to be the better team was there. We didn't sort of sit back. We didn't play a cagey away game. We played some good stuff. I just thought that you've got to put it down to, did they defend well? Did we open them up enough? I thought our crossing in the final third was poor today. And worst thing is, I did a session on it on Thursday, so it shows my coaching ability. But we just need to take more risks, more responsibility in that final third. I just say to the boys, the patterns we do are the 2/3 to get the players into the positions, and then they've got to, we can give them guidelines, but they've got to go and play with their with freedom and take some risks.
I mentioned the word in commentary, devilment. Bit of devilment in the final third today as well.
Yeah, and to be fair, we've got to be careful not to be too harsh on one game. We've scored 2 goals in 6 consecutive games, I think. So we know we've got goals in the team. Today, probably too many of our sort of match winners didn't quite have the spark that makes a difference today. And I'm not disappointed with the performance. I thought we were by far the better team. We've come away from home and looked the better team, considering we had players missing, but just wasn't to be.
What did you say to the players in there at the end?
Just about bouncing back. I just said, we need to, when we put on, which we do quite a lot of final third sessions and finishing and crossing and patterns of play, when we do it, we've got to focus on it more and add it to these games. But generally, I just said now it's about bouncing back. The sign of a team that's going to have a good season is a team that takes a defeat on the chin when they come and bounces back and makes sure that the next performance isn't sloppy. One
of those occasions then where you're grateful of having a midweek game.
Yeah. We've had a couple of breathers now, and we get back on with a fixture list. It is what it is. I can't fault the effort and the cohesion in the team. I think we look like a good team. We just lack that cutting edge.
You have to accept that sometimes, maybe at this level, that is going to happen.
Yeah, of course you do. It is what it is. I know people, when we're 1-0 down, I wanted us to have a bit more forward momentum in that last 20 minutes, but it's hard to break teams down. You have to be patient and pick the right times, like we did last week in the Cup. And we had them couple of moments, but we just couldn't take them chances.
And is it difficult to, when you preach patient build-up throughout the game, to then be able to snap out of that and start going a bit more direct at the end when you're chasing the game and trying to get that goal, because you were patient right till the very end? Yeah,
it's a fine line. You start going 4 up and lumping the ball and it drops down, then you're going to get counter-attacked, and then the rhythm of the game stops and you don't get that momentum, and they see the game out easy. So it's a balance between, in the end we were three centre forwards on, playing Enzio as a floater in the hole, 2 fullbacks as wingers, so you can only put the players in the positions, and the boys, I don't think it was a case of we were too patient. I just think we lacked quality today. I can't count how many times we got in great crossing positions and crossed into the goalie's hands or crossed behind the goal or got cut out near post. That's where I said to the boys, that's where they have to take the responsibility. The patterns of play get us there, and then they've got to go and make it happen.
Best chance of the game might have been the last, I'd say, kick of the game, but it was a header, wasn't it, from Mitchell Rolls?
Yeah. I think the best chance of the game was the one they scored from.
Oh.
And again, we're disappointed with that. It's come from a throw-in and we've got loads wrong, but it was probably the only moment we got anything wrong defensively. Other than that, it felt comfortable. And like I say, to come away from home against a team, a big club, and dominate the game, that's something, but obviously we wanted to take something from it.
Conor Rawlinson missed this one with a calf injury. Any idea how long he'll be out for?
We don't know. He could have a chance for Tuesday. He felt it Thursday morning. We pulled him out of training Friday. He felt a lot better Friday. But with calves, you try and force it and lose him. So we just said, look, let's give him a couple of days and try and get him right for Tuesday. And we've got a busy week.